I'm Justin Moore, and this episode is all about pre-raw training for that red raw Wapiti Bugle, or that Tahr winter block, or maybe the Fallow croak. It's about tricks and tips and gear that works for me. When it comes to simulating a task and getting fit for it, you can't beat a good old heavy pack on the back. Hit those inclines, every footstep counts. And declines, hills, hills, hills. You can't beat pack on the back, boots on, hit a hill. I can't think of a better situation to mimic heavy pack and hill work than heavy pack and hill work. Oh, it's starting to plateau off now. That's nice. I love those little plateaus too. It's like a reward. Don't think about the top of the hill. You need to break it up into increments. You need to just aim for a tree, walk to that tree. Anything to take your mind off the grind, because your mind will lie to you. It will tell you that you don't need to do this. Take a break. You're tired. You've done well. Just do it. What qualifies me to talk about training for the bush, for the forest, for that big epic adventure that you're about to tackle? Well, firstly, what works for me because I'm me. But me and my family, we eat nothing but wild game. So pretty much, if I don't shoot it, if I don't spear it, if I don't fish it.
Oh, we're on. Yay! This is so epic.
Pretty much if I don't carry it, we don't eat it. So training for me is a 365 day of the year thing. One of the absolute biggest things I've learnt on my journey for fitness and mental toughness is to enjoy the absolute suffering. This is incredible. This is such a big day, but I love it. Sure, injury comes into play, and if you've let go of your foundation, then it's a slow build up before you start hammering it out. Once you get that foundation set in concrete, it's up to you whether you let it go or not. If you don't put in the right amount of training, mentally and physically, the jaws of the storm's gone through, you'll be forced to make a snap decision. And that snap decision could be the difference between life and death. I ended up sidling around it. Oh mate, I know this sounds pretty brutal, but as I'm talking to you, I'm only relaying what happens in my head and how my head works. So feel free to dial it back at any time. When you hit that next hill that you hate doing, it's gonna suck anyway. Why not do it with a smile? Just for the first time, that half-hour training hill. Smile as much as possible. Get your mind off the task of what you're doing. I guarantee you, you'll open up a new door of mental toughness. And that's what it's about. Let's carry on. My training partner's getting sick of waiting for me. Let's go, Jess. Hup. So when it comes to losing weight and getting fit as fast as possible, it's pretty hard to beat running, but it's not a substitute for pack weight in the hill. Here's the tip. If it's too hot or too cold, that's when you need to train. As a hunter, nothing is going to get more uncomfortable than a pack full of weight, 100 pounds of meat and gear for 7 hours. So training in an uncomfortable environment, whether it's hot and cold, that's when I do it. Man, this is pretty hot today. And I love it. Check it out. So good. Upper body workout is an absolute must for me. Not only does it build resilience and strength in those upper shoulders and back muscles, but it could also save your life. It has mine. Once in Fiordland, I fell off the tops and did a full 360 rotation. Managed to reach out, grab a tuft of grass, came to a halting stop. I couldn't believe it. In this episode, I'm not going to go over techniques of push-ups and pull-ups. You know where to look to get that correct technique. So we've done the training, we've put in the hard work, we're just about there. Now part 2 of this video is all about gear and what works for me. I can't wait to show you what's inside this pack, for a 10-day Fiordland trip. And the contents is under 15 kilos, and that's including food. That is wild. And why not kick it off with a little bit of a teaser? This is 4 tents I use all the time and I love. So this is the Rab Ridge Raider, and it's epic. 3 or 4 minutes, it's up. Plenty of room. So there you go. If you like what you see, and we're into part 2 of this episode, gear. There's a good deer run just here. Check that out. And before you go, here's one great tip that I always abide by. On those beautiful clear days where it's just perfect, those are the days I don't want to be traveling from A to B. Those are the days I want to be there and experience the prime time. Days like today where it's a bit of drizzle, bit of overcast, as long as I'm not crossing a river, those are my travel days. So being on the tops of Fiordland, I want to be there and experience it. I don't want to be traveling on those days. So this is a perfect travel day. I'm going to head up there and I'll see you on the next one. Let's get up here.